Welcome back, everyone. My name is Todd Wall. Welcome to Communication Makeover, where we believe that intentional communication will lead to the breakthrough that you're looking for, both in your business and in your life. Today, we're talking about this process of reinvention. Of I've come into a new season. Do these clothes fit? Does this personality fit? What direction do I want to go in this next stage? Who do I want to show up as, and how do I want to show up? It often feels just like you're in a dark room and you just feel lost. You feel just almost kind of anxious about what the future might hold, as you would expect someone to feel in a dark room. Am I gonna hit my knee on something? Am I gonna trip over something? What's right in front of me? I don't feel like I can see it. And so you saw Deirdre walk through the process of awareness to open up the windows, to be able to see the environment clearer. Now we step into discovery of what might be possible. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Okay, Ray, thank you for sticking around. And as Todd
Or
said, we've opened some windows and we've made a parallel. You're a giving person, you give back to the community, you're on LinkedIn, and maybe there's an opportunity. What are some areas that you might want to explore? So let's put ourselves ahead. Maybe it's 5 years down the road, and you've been on LinkedIn and you're meeting people left and right. Do you think those people would be perhaps technical operations people? Would they be people in education? Would they be people in a completely different area? If you could do anything.
I'm going to say right where I would like to go in the future, Ray, would be definitely in the higher education. My degree is in computer science, so I do have that technical aspect. But I think I could bring a lot from my 35 years in corporate America to higher education, internally and even externally, dealing with the various families that you may meet and the students. I like I will say with my son and my daughter going through the college process, I thought I did a very good job of breaking things down and asking questions and meeting the various people at the universities that they both attend.
Excellent. So, would future Ray, who's interested in higher education, be connecting with professors, with students and what you do with your kids who are students, or actually, I think one is graduated and one is in college. What you do
Correct.
with them could always be repeated. Anything that you
That is true.
do in real life can come into your other community. So, what do you think you would be doing with people in higher education? How would you share?
Um, I think what it takes to sustain in this the business environment. 35 years, it's a lot of times it's the human element. It's how you associate and deal with the various people along the way, either above you or the staff that's reporting to you. Um, you have to be human about it, and they're not computers, they're not robots, and putting people in the right position to succeed. Um, I always was very good with that, and when people would maybe think about going to a different department, I would always say to them, absolutely, but before you switch over, let's sit down, let's talk, let's see if that's a good career path for you. Actually, I just had somebody that used to work for me is looking to do that, and we were talking about it yesterday on the phone. So that aspect of helping people and mentoring, I think I do a very good job of that, and I think I could definitely bring that to higher education or really anywhere.
That's right. If you're a mentor, you can take that anywhere. So here you are. Would you say you've been mentoring your whole career? Is that
Um,
something that you've always done?
Not in the beginning, because in the beginning you're figuring out for yourself. I would
True.
say when I became manager, and I always said when I managed the department, I always wanted to treat people how I wanted to be treated. And when I had that opportunity to manage and then move up the ranks, um, that was something that I definitely it just came easy to me. Actually, I just had somebody I had lunch with just recently, and he's a director at MetLife, and he had to present, and he actually talked about me in his presentation, and it blew me away. And he was like, "Ray, you were the best boss I ever had." And I have to be honest, that just really it made my day. I'll put it that way.
Oh, I bet. No, that's such a compliment to be
Thank you.
recognized.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay, so definitely a mentor, a boss who cares,
Hmm.
a future Ray who wants to give back. And
Absolutely.
let's just try to open it up and dig into the sharing aspect of being in a community. So you pretty much in real life you're sharing a lot and you're helping the community, and you said that
Hmm.
whether it's toy drives or working being a part of Knights of Columbus, what
Correct.
does it look like in higher education? Is it mentoring and maybe talking to people in private messages? Do you think you would share content? Who would you want your content or the sharing to reach?
That's an excellent question. I would think definitely families and students. Um, Again, being in the business world, and then also my two children who went through the college process and finding that university or college that was a match for them. My daughter selected one university when she was a senior in high school, and it didn't work out. And she ended up transferring to a new university in Pennsylvania, and I assisted her in that process, and it was great.
That's
We
wonderful.
went on, yeah, we went on a couple tours, and we took in all the information, and we both said the one that she's currently at. I said to her, "I really like it here," and she said, "Me too." And when I came home, I said to my wife, Lisa, I said, "I think that's the one."
Sounds like an aha moment for both of you.
Absolutely.
That's right. Well, there's lots of ways to have find bonding, community, and giving back. What you did with your daughters really it is special. And whether it's a father daughter moment, it's a mentoring moment with somebody else, there's lots to be said about community on LinkedIn. It's huge. Do you ever go on LinkedIn and just look around and maybe look at people who are interesting? And did you ever say, oh, I might want to meet or connect with that person, or I like their content?
Absolutely. And I think that's why my connections are over 500, because there are some people I've never met, but they're interesting, and you throw it out there and you see if it's a match, and then you start seeing their content, and it really opens up your eyes and you see what's out there.
And do you ever try to, once you connect, so think of the cocktail party. You go to
Hmm.
a big cocktail party for your office, and you walk around and you meet people and you shake hands and you have a little chit chat here and there. And then there's always people who stand out, and you want to have that next connection.
Hmm.
You either want to go to lunch or maybe you're emailing back and forth.
Sure.
Have you taken those steps on LinkedIn?
Um, Not really, and I think that's one of the things one of the avenues that I need to focus on, and you know really push push myself. This next chapter, I have to be honest, isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. When I decided to retire, I said to Lisa, my wife, I said, "Oh, a couple months," and we ended up doing our kitchen over. And I figured, "Oh, after that's all done, I'll jump right in. I'll get a job." And at this time, it's not as easy, and I'm being a little bit more selective in my approach. I want this next phase, this next chapter to be exactly what I want.
Exactly. Well, selective is good. And maybe you could define what would selective look like on LinkedIn? Because it's huge and there are a ton of people that you could connect with.
Yeah, that's an excellent question, Deirdre. I'm going to say I probably should start looking at people within the industry I want to be in. So I have a very good friend that's a dean at Fordham University, and I love the way he handles himself and the way he presents himself. And I probably should start really looking at his LinkedIn page a little bit more and seeing the content that he puts out there.
Right. And sometimes with friends, you can look at your friends on LinkedIn and see who they're connected to. Because
Right.
just like when you're at the party in real life, you could say, "Hey, Joe, can you introduce me to Stephen over there?" And that would happen. You can do the
Yeah, that's a
same
great
thing.
That's a great idea because it's so funny. I tell that to my son, but I don't do it. I don't know why, but I'll say to him, "You should look at." He went to Fordham University, so I say to him, "You should look at what 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 are these people looking at? What's driving them? How you start making your connections through the university?" And they do have a very big network, but I'm not doing that, and I don't know why.
Well, I think we're getting somewhere. And I'm just going to ask you to hold on for a second. We are going to take another break, and then we're going to do some moves to get you farther down this pathway. So hang on. We'll be right back.